This might get weird.
Are we rolling?
We're rolling.
Well then, cheers, Grace Hellbig.
Cheers, Memory Heart.
My. Only a smell big would be wearing what looks like a long sleeve black shirt in the middle of summer.
It is 3/4 sleeves. So,
whoa.
Okay.
You don't see a 3/4 that long.
My elbows are out. Elbows are out.
Wow. Sex. Pure sex.
Thank you. And this is like, I felt like I was wearing a new piece of clothing today versus like the 2 t-shirts I have in rotation.
No, you look sharp. I didn't mean to call
Thank
you
you.
out. It was just,
It's also black shirts just show every piece of gunk you get on or near your person at all times. I think I have a deodorant stain on it already. So it's officially mine.
I was just in a short sleeve mock turtleneck black bodysuit.
Don't you think that mock turtlenecks should have their own term?
Yes.
Because it just feels like it sells them short. And maybe they're not trying to be turtlenecks. Maybe they're trying to be their own thing.
I appreciate this so much. I think there should absolutely be a new one. Mock turtleneck. It makes them sound like a bully.
Yeah.
It makes them sound like they're making fun of their brethren turtlenecks, like it's the hey boomer of
which maybe
necklines. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think we should absolutely have a new name.
Did you ever, or did more relevantly would probably be asking, did your mom ever buy those
Dickies?
Is that what they're called?
They're called Dickies.
Why are they called Dickies?
I don't know.
Look, we have turtleneck and mock turtleneck, and they decided to call the thing that has a very stranger shape but is related to that family a Dickie.
For you guys listening who might not know what we're talking about, Dickies it looks like a turtleneck, but it essentially just it's like if you cut the neck off a turtleneck.
It's like a bib that has a turtleneck attached to the top
for
of
you
it.
to tuck into a shirt so that you can have the effect of a turtleneck without having to wear so many layers.
Right. That you can have, the illusion that and have your neck fully, covered up without getting overheated.
Yeah. In case you are very protective of showing skin, but you also get overheated.
Yeah. That, I wonder if they really took off. I don't see them as much these days.
I think they were a bigger deal in the 90s when the whole look, the popular look was leggings or stirrup pants.
Yes.
With a decorative sweatshirt that you would then put a white turtleneck underneath. Like that's everyone in the early 90s, 4th and 5th grade school photo. Yeah,
it totally.
Like puffy
I'm having
paint.
Flashback. I had a 4th grade photo with a rainbow block colored sweater with a white turtleneck underneath and just tiny little leggings. But I also feel like that's how Gen Z dresses today.
Absolutely. So maybe our next. Ooh, okay. Well, then maybe our business venture is kind of like us bringing back like a Dickie line.
Right. What about this?
What?
Dickies. Because I'm thinking.
I just got so. What?
I'm just thinking about illusion clothing,
Oh, okay.
Like, what about Victorian sleeves, but they're Dickies, so it's just the cuff that goes inside a long sleeve shirt.
Like
that,
a full
billows,
Prince
that billows
sleeve?
out. But you're not double sleeved all the way down. That you wear like a bracelet under a long sleeve shirt.
Wow.
Like a scrunchie on the end of it, and it
sleeve,
just says...
Like sleeve, bracelets?
Yeah,
Oh.
sleeve bracelets. Wow. Okay, well...
Okay, I'm into
it. I've been waiting to have an idea suitable for Shark Tank, and I feel like I'm getting there.
Well, I think we could definitely rebrand Dickies in a
Dickies
cool way.
Are also another type of clothing. They're like, aren't they Carhartt jeans and stuff?
It's a brand.
Yeah.
It's a brand of clothing, but the actual neck bib is perfect. You know what other neckline I think is weird?
Yeah.
But I'm also going to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Is it cow neck or cowl neck?
Oh,
the wide,
yes.
the wide, is it
the one
cow
that
neck
like
or
you stretched a shirt over your head too much and you just let the neckline lay like that?
That's truly like, hey, if you liked my clavicle, get ready because you're going to see my entire chest bone, but no titties.
No titties.
But no cleavage. I'm getting as low as I can go without showing you any cleavage.
Yeah, it is like the neckline is playing limbo with your cleavage.
It's the least flattering cut.
I have never been a fan of it. Yeah, because they also have the cow. I don't even know if it's cowl or cow.
It's cowl.
With an L?
I just looked it up. It's COWL.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a neckline consisting of loose, straight fabric around the collarbone.
Yeah, I don't know what the purpose of it is.
Me neither. But I hate it.
It's quite a lot.
We need to share with the people a different neck term we heard. This is the neck episode.
It's the neck episode. We've been talking lots about butts lately.
It's like the Chronic song. It's like till the neck episode.
And we got there. We're at that episode.
What was I just talking about?
A neck.
Oh, the phrase tech neck that we learned the last time we got Botox.
Yes, Mamrie had inquired about seeing lines on her neck, and the technician immediately went tech neck, and we were like,
tech
neck. What?
I was like, what?
That's exactly what it is.
It's the effect of you getting lines on your neck because you're staring down at your fucking little Satan phone all day long, fucking up your what used to be a gorgeous line-free neck.
I don't know honestly how often I look up throughout the day.
True.
That's they make those posture vibrators that you can put on your back that like buzz when it feels like you've hunched over too much. Have you heard of those?
Oh, wow.
That you can literally, I don't, that seems too much. That's like you're treating yourself like a dog.
Yeah, no, I'm not trying to get buzzed in public.
I'll give myself treats when I do a good job, but I won't put a little buzzer on my neck to give me good posture.
Well, I was texting with our friend Veronica, who is very spiritual. She has a tarot, like a sassy tarot podcast. She's like very much into being in touch with herself.
Yeah.
And one day we were trying to plan to get together, go roller skating or something a few months back. And she just kept sending me voice notes, which let's put a pin in it. Let's talk about that later.
Yeah.
In general. But she kept sending me voice notes. And I was like, bitch, why do you keep sending me voice notes? I was like, do voice to text and have a million typos like a real person. I was like, a voice note.
You coward.
She's one of my best friends and I was still like, too intimate.
The voice note is for the person sending, not the person they're sending to. It's an easy form for them. Like my friend Michelle does it and I respect people that do it. I hate receiving them.
Me too.
Because I'm terrible at paying attention. I'm better at like looking at words.
Well, it's like you get just a couple shots.
Right? I know. And like I'll like wait to listen to them if I'm not at a place where I can listen. And then I check
to make sure the volume's right and everything 800 times.
Yeah. I wish that you had an option on your phone that would transcribe like they do in voicemails.
Yeah.
Why don't we? I mean, that's got to be the next.
It's got
the neck episode.
No, the neck episode. No, Trixie Mattel tweeted this week, like, why do famous people love voice notes so much? And I, of course, responded with the Michael Scott from The Office. Thank you. Yeah. I'm so over it. But then the comments made sense. Everyone was like, because they disappear.
Oh.
So people don't have your receipt. You can't have receipts on people screen grab it.
I love that we all assume all celebrities are awful and hiding terrible secrets and are just sneaking around doing debaucherous things, which is true. But that's like when people thought that Snapchat's disappeared. I'm like, there are ways around this.
No,
you will get caught.
You can screen grab, you can record, you can do all of that.
Maybe just don't do the nefarious shit.
True. However, they do disappear. It's more a matter of like, if someone sends you a voice note and it's like, haha, I'm talking shit about another friend or something like that. And then months later, y'all get in a fight or something. You can't be like, oh, let me go retrieve that voice note.
Right.
Because it does go away. But all that to say, my friend Veronica kept sending me these voice notes. And I was like, oh my God, stop. I was like, just send me some text. God damn it. And she goes, oh no. She goes, I feel like if I'm sending a text, I'm looking down at my phone and that feels subservient. And it just doesn't it fucks with my energy.
Subservient to her phone or to like the people she's with
just like
in
no
company?
Just that it's like negative to always have to look down. She was like, there's something about like bowing down to it. She was like, I'm just trying to like not be looking down all day.
But she can voice to text without looking down at the phone.
Again, Michael Scott gift. Thank you.
Love you, Veronica.
Love you. But I was just like, look at this fucking hippie.
Yeah.
Telling me like, I don't want to be like a servant to my phone today. I'm sending voice notes.
Look, I respect that theory.
Yeah.
But I just don't know that it's practical for all of your relationships that you have.
I agree.
But I'm sure if I started getting into voice texting, I would probably love it. No, I'm not trying to, cross that bridge. I barely do voice to text.
No, I know. I was like, don't get into it because then I'll get into it and I'll be a monster.
No, I know. I feel like if I started doing it, I'd see how easy it is to communicate.
Yeah.
It's also one step away from just calling someone.
It's one step away from calling, but also that's the thing that it feels infinitely more embarrassing the next day to go, what did I drunken text her?
Yes.
And then go, what did I drunken voice note her with like a slur and shit? No, thank you. Oh, speaking of phones though, this is so funny.
Yeah, what's up?
Today I went and put an audition on tape. I told you I found
always very uplifting to the spirit and the self-esteem.
Well, luckily there's a place right up the street for me that helps you put it on tape, and it's the same guy, and he's so nice and chill.
Oh yeah, you've talked about it before.
Yeah, so like he puts me at total ease, and we like catch up, and it's kind of really nice.
See some shit.
Well, that's the thing is whenever I go into one of these things, and I'm barely off book, and I'm not in shape with the acting right now. And I'm like, this isn't good.
Right.
I'm like, he sees worse.
Yeah.
The guy who came in after me looked like a Machine Gun Kelly stand-in. And I was like, what's he auditioning for?
Pirates of the Caribbean. Here it goes.
I was just like, surely I act better than that guy. I thought that just off the way he looks. I'm an asshole.
Judgment. Yeah.
Oh, watch him get a Golden Globe next year. But so he puts me at ease. So it's really great. So now I'm like, I'm not embarrassed at all.
Great.
But I went in there and we're chatting and this and that and talking about being busy. And I go, I came in here and I, like an idiot, I've been here 5 times. I knocked on the wrong door. Like the one beside them. Okay. There's only 3 doors in the whole hallway. And I just like stopped at door number 2 and knocked.
Yeah.
Instead of going a little further. And he was like, he goes, don't worry. There's no one in there right now. He goes, at least you didn't knock at the crematorium. And I go, what?
What?
And he goes, the first office when you walk in is a crematorium.
Like cremating?
Yeah, not like
an auditorium. Not like
a porn studio.
yeah, it's like
the crematorium.
They're just making ice cream in there,
right? And so he was like, it's crematorium. It's like a very like eccentric group. Well, I think that's where they go. No, they're not like cremating people.
Yeah, I was like, do they have
30 feet away? Yeah, exactly. I know this is dark as hell, but no, it's like where they go and arrange stuff.
Oh, okay.
And I go, is that weird? And he goes, well, they have a sense of humor about it. I go, what? It's called Ashes to Ashes.
Yeah.
But then we walk down the hallway and he points at their window and it's their phone number and it's Ashes to Ashes 323-644-DEAD.
What? That's their phone number?
I go, oh my God. He goes, that's their phone number. And I was like, why would they do that?
Well, they want you to know. Yeah.
You're not going to memorize that. It's not like 888-888-DEAD.
Oh, yeah.
You still have to look it up.
But also, when you're in your most vulnerable state of having to decide on, the services for a deceased loved one, and you have to go in your phone and go, D, E.
I know.
Hey, that is so much.
Like, make it care. Make it love. Make it anything. I was like, holy shit. He goes, yup.
Wow.
Yup. So anyway, that was like very fun. But so I leave the audition. I'm like, all right, well, cool. Well, because he had booked a job, which I realized I was like, oh, that's a comfort if the person you're reading an audition with also books acting work.
Yeah. Okay.
He was like, oh, yeah, I booked something in New Mexico for a couple weeks. I was great. I was like, so
good for him.
I was like, I'm maybe I'll see you when I see you. He goes, yep. I come home. There's a place that I've taken a couple exercise classes. The same kind of thing we do, but it's at a studio. Okay. High intensity interval training.
Ooh.
HIIT, they call it.
Wow.
But so anyway, tomorrow I was like, I don't want to wake up at fucking 7 a.m. to go work out.
Yeah.
I'm going to go take a class instead. So I sign up for this express, 30-minute class at this place. And I sign up and I confirm he's the teacher. Yes.
Wait.
I see his face and I go, that's the guy I just put on. I email him. I screen grabbed. I said, this you? You're going to make me do push-ups tomorrow? I was just like, what a small world. I look like a stalker.
What else does he do?
I don't know.
Does he actually own the crematorium? And that was his phone number that he came up with for it?
I was like, I cannot believe I just said goodbye to this guy, signed up for a workout class, and he's my teacher tomorrow. This is so embarrassing.
Wait, so you haven't done the class yet?
I've done different teachers at that
but you
place.
haven't taken
his class.
Back to back all in one day.
No. It's tomorrow. I was like, well, good luck, man. I'll see you in a couple months. Or tomorrow as I grunt in your face.
In a different vulnerable situation. This is your new best friend. What a Renaissance man,
What a Renaissance man. Teaching exercise classes and auditioning.
I mean,
and
honestly,
booking work. He's a family man. He's a dad.
He's a genius because think about Hollywood, the two jobs that will never not be necessary in Los Angeles are acting,
working out,
acting coaches, and trainers
and training coaches. He lives to train in some way or another.
Wow, what
a giver!
How multifaceted! What a guy!
Mm-hmm.
That'll be such an interesting experience.
Well, now I'm like, now it's too intimate.
I know I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't sign
really.
up
No, but it's perfect. It's only 30 minutes.
I know you're much more comfortable in that sense of vulnerability.
Well, I'm kind of like, if he sees me shaking while doing a plank, I'm only going to be that much more comfortable when I come to do an audition with him.
And he'll know your range then. He'll be able to help motivate you in a much more,
Yeah, he'll be like, dig deep. Yeah. Like it's the last set of squats.
I've seen you. Yeah.
My God.
Oh, that's so, wow, how coincidental.
Of all of LA.
I can't wait to see that he's working at the coffee shop. And
Truly.
that he owns Sweet Habanero around the corner.
No way. He'd be dead to me. Y'all know that I love ordering delivery when I don't feel like cooking. But sometimes I do feel like cooking, and I go to the grocery store and I get every single ingredient and I have everything well thought out until I get home and realize, mother sucker, I didn't get milk or eggs or one other little annoying thing that I don't feel like trekking all the way back to the store for. Well, luckily for me, DoorDash can now bring me not only meals from my favorite restaurants around town, but also items from the grocery store so I can get to cooking while it's on its way. DoorDash connects you with restaurants you love right now, right to your door, and grocery essentials. Get drinks, snacks, other household items delivered in under an hour. And ordering is easy. Open the DoorDash app, choose what you want from where you want, and your items will be left safely outside your door with contactless delivery drop-off setting. They've got over 300,000 partners in the U.S., Puerto Rico, Canada, and Australia, so you can support your neighborhood go-tos if you don't feel like cooking, or you can do chains like Chipotle, Cheesecake Factory, you name it. It is so convenient, and it has saved my tail many a time. So for a limited time, our listeners are going to get 25% off and 0 delivery fees on their first order of $15 or more when you download the DoorDash app and enter code TMGW2021. That's 25% off up to a $10 value and 0 delivery fees on your first order when you download the DoorDash app in the App Store and enter code TMGW2021. Don't forget, that's code TMGW2021 for 25% off your first order with DoorDash. Oh, man. Okay, what did I forget at the store? I should probably put an order in.
Paying off your debt can feel like an uphill battle. High interest rates resulting in minimum monthly payments keep you in an endless cycle of debt, and that's why Upstart can help you get ahead. It is a fast and easy way to pay off your debt with a personal loan, all online. Whether it's paying off credit cards, consolidating high interest debt, or funding personal expenses, over 500,000 people have used Upstart to get a simple fixed monthly payment. Unlike other lenders, Upstart looks at more than just your credit score, like your income and employment history. This means that they can offer smarter rates with trusted partners. And with a 5-minute online rate check, you can see your rate upfront for loans between $1,000 to $50,000. And you can receive funds as fast as 1 business day after accepting your loan. Find out how Upstart can lower your monthly payments today when you go to upstart.com/TMGW. That's upstart.com/TMGW. Don't forget to use our URL to let them know that we sent you. Loan amounts will be determined based on your credit, income, and certain other information provided in your loan application. Again, go to upstart.com/TMGW.
Hey, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So this is the last week of Conan O'Brien.
Is it?
Yeah, his show is officially ending.
See,
and you interned there. Any thoughts?
Oh, wow. Clearly, I've been, very...
He said, is it?
I've been so sad about this. No, I saw that Paul Rudd pranked him again, but I haven't kept up with Conan. I did intern there, when I was an undergrad. And my friend Michelle interned there and got me like the hookup of who to send my resume to. And it was the most intense internship environment. Like you just all sat at a table in a conference room, and then people would come in and ask all of the interns to like do different tasks.
So it was like a PA.
Yeah, you just sit there and wait until someone needs something done, and then
that's my nightmare.
Right, and then they have a live feed of the TV of like them rehearsing the episodes, and then you get to watch the episode. So like that part's cool. And
did you ever get to meet anyone crazy backstage?
No, I did see Jennifer Aniston once. Because sometimes all the good interns, which I was not, I was just quiet fly on the wall. Like,
but that's how they want the interns to be, right?
Right. But this was also like, there was networking-ish to it. Like there were interns that were very clearly like trying already to network and get their foot in the door. So they were very extroverted, and I was not
like they want to be the warm-up comic.
Yeah. I also interned when Dan St. Germain was there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is so wild. But then they also have the book of like, they take photos of you like a Polaroid, and they put it on the little like common area wall, so that people that work there with like your name under it can learn your name and not just like call you whatever.
That's good, because if not, you're going to get a lot of like, hey you,
yeah,
hey intern.
They try to humanize it a little bit, and it's really cool to see the book of all the interns, because it was literally the entire like cast of The Office and like everyone that's been through there. So it was very cool, but also just like very much like the stereotype idea of an internship. But yeah, they asked me one time, because they ask an intern to go down and sit on the floor, like in the hallway, if anyone needs anything while they're recording the episode, which happens at a stage lower than where the rest of the offices are. And I got to go down one time, and Jennifer Aniston walked by, and I was like, she's stunning. Yeah, in person, I was, wow, starstruck.
See, I'm just sad that Conan is ending, because I wish you had been on there to promote something, so you could say you were an
full
intern.
Circle.
And then you could have like pranked him and said like, you were a dick to me one time.
It's great. I think the one time I did Jimmy Fallon, I told the story of interning at Conan, and how like every week they have an intern go to the Whole Foods down the street and get Conan apples, because he's so healthy, and he loves to have like really good fruit. And they asked me one time, and I got so nervous about doing it and picking the best apples that I took so long at Whole Foods to find the best apples.
Snow White up in this bitch.
Truly. And they were like, that took longer than you. I was like, I'm so sorry. And then I never got asked to do it again. But he's a healthy guy.
Oh, okay. So our earlier talk about turtlenecks.
Yes.
This weekend.
Yeah.
I was a part of helping save an actual turtle's neck.
Go on. Okay. All right.
Okay, so our friend Daniel Prada, Mr. Prada.
Yes.
So I love his Instagram stories. It's very aesthetically pleasing, but
his style is it's
great.
Gorgeous.
He's like a walking GQ photo shoot.
I just learned about the term like cottagecore, which I feel like is very much his aesthetic, where it's just like very aggressive cottage looking, kind of like New England stuff.
You know what though?
But he's a little bit more classy than that.
I hate the word cottage. I automatically assume cheese.
Yeah, I know.
So if someone says cottagecore, I'm like, ugh, you got a belly full of cottage cheese.
Yeah, it sounds like a really stupid style of music.
Yeah,
like cottagecore.
It does, but just in general, the word cottage. If I had a small house, I would never call it a cottage.
Okay,
you've heard it here first.
You've heard it here first.
A chalet. A little cabin,
a little house,
a little house,
yeah,
but not a cottage. Ugh.
There you go.
Anyway, he is always posting cute stuff, and he was posting where he was on a walk with his dog, and there were all these turtles, and he was by a lake, and he was like, my favorite secret spot in LA, like I won't tell you where unless you DM me. Okay. Right? So I DM'd him immediately, and I was like, I want to go.
Yeah.
So we went for a walk 8 a.m. on a Saturday.
Wow.
On a Saturday.
I mean, good for you. That's a real
I had
commitment.
a big weekend. I worked out on Friday. I went roller skating later that day.
Jeez.
Wore my ass out. Went for a walk on Saturday. Sunday, I did something else. I worked out again in the morning.
Jeez.
It was crazy.
Look at you go.
I was taking naps all over the place because I knew Chip was coming back. When he comes back, I'm like, it's only gin and pasta for me.
Yep.
So anyway, we went for a walk, and it was so cute. It was up in the canyon. There were so many turtles.
Cute.
And like, we're just having a good time. I'm holding beans, of course. Within like 3 minutes, I'm like, oh, she can't keep up with your retriever.
Oh, no.
So we go up. We're like in between the two trails where you go up and have to cross the actual road. And there's a fucking turtle in the middle of the road.
Like where cars drive?
Yes.
Oh, no.
And like maybe a car comes every 20 minutes, but like that goes around the lake and there's a big ass turtle. And we're looking like it clearly had to like, it was a journey of a lifetime to go up from one of the lakes to like, and there wasn't another lake on the other side. It was like, buddy, you just did this. You did this pilgrimage that you would be so disappointed in.
You got to get a better map.
Yeah. So anyway, we're like, oh no. And I was like, Daniel, we have to return it to the lake. And he's like, oh, okay. You hold Monty. I'm holding its dog. He goes, is this thing going to bite me? I go, I don't know. It might scratch you. So he grabs it by the sides. He's holding up the turtle. Along comes the family. They're like, what are you doing with that turtle?
Wait, are they in a car or are they?
No, they're walking. You know, they're like the mom and dad and like the kids in like a weird like backpack thing.
Yeah.
And we're like, we're saving this turtle. We said this turtle is in the middle of the road.
You said, mind your business.
Mind your business. So Daniel's just walking away with the turtle being like, this bitch better not fucking scratch me. This woman pulls up as he's going and goes, what are you doing with that turtle? And we said it was in the middle of the road. It was going to get crushed. She goes, it was in the road. I go, yeah, it was trying to cross the road. Wow. We knew, it wasn't going to go anywhere. We're returning it back to the lake. She goes, that man's a hero. She said, you two are heroes. We were like, it's really not that big of a deal, ma'am.
To these people, it is major.
I didn't know if I was on an episode of What Would You Do?
Right. That I'm like, these people are
the nature edition.
They walk around on this trail hoping something's going to happen in front of them.
Yeah.
They're like, there's some action.
I said, if we weren't here, you would have run over that turtle. She goes, oh. I go, you could have.
Bunch of cartoon characters.
So anyway, like they all sit there and wait until the turtle is fully there. Oh. Daniel gets like almost to the water and the turtle does scratch him. And so he just drops him into the water as like a full belly flop. We were like, you really stuck the landing on that one.
Wow.
But it was just so funny. I was like, we're in Los Angeles to where like the slightest little brush with nature. People were like, this is
what's going on?
Crazy. But then just me saying it right now.
Yeah.
They should do an episode of What Would You Do About Nature?
You mean like how would you help nature or
how
not?
Would you help?
Yeah.
If you saw someone hunting when it wasn't hunting season.
Ooh, I don't know. How would I know if it was hunting? Would I have to Google?
Grace says, I'm out. What would you do? You'd have one of those like big X marks over you, like failed.
I have no reception. I can't verify that this is illegal or not.
Failed the morality test. So anyway.
What a hero.
Saving turtlenecks, wearing turtlenecks. He looks great in a turtleneck.
He does.
So anyway.
We haven't had as active of a weekend, but we did start.
Oh, I also went to a pottery class. Let's talk about you.
Nice. Yeah, you're living this like very artisan lifestyle right now.
The world is opening up a tiny bit, and I'm kicking the door down.
You're tasting all the rainbow.
Kicking the door. Oh, we'll come back to that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We started Penguin Town. That show. I will tell you.
So this is like Meerkat Manor, but with penguins.
With penguins.
They take over a town.
They take over a town in
it's aptly
South
named.
Africa. Yeah. It's aptly named. And they stylize it like it's a cheesy reality show. And we're following couples of penguins.
The best.
But shit gets real.
Really?
Like,
are there affairs?
We're only 5 or 6 episodes in, and I had to turn it off last night because it was too much emotional trauma for me to handle.
What?
They lure you in with Patton Oswalt making quippy quips and like these little incredibly awkward little 8-inch leg things. They're around crazy. The most like highly residential, like I think it's South Africa, like beach town.
And are the people in the town like, yeah, they're fine?
Yeah, it's
like no one's an asshole to them, right?
It's tourism, yeah, and they they're selling stuffed penguins and like this is a thing, and so they come there for like 2 months or 3 months or something to like lay eggs, and they're an endangered species, so there's like a penguin sanctuary down there that's kind of monitoring them. That's why they're able to like, they know the penguins that have come for years and years and the couples that have been together and the couples that haven't.
Oh my God.
I know. It starts off like that. I'm not going to give any spoilers.
Okay.
But it has gotten so intense that I can only watch one episode at a time now because some things happen and you're waiting.
Some penguins die. Mates.
Yes and no. And you wait for
dead or whatever that number was.
Yeah, you wait for Patton Oswalt to like make a joke or for something to happen, and it doesn't happen. And it is like, no. This is nature. And nature's fucking ruthless. And so yeah, it's a lovely watch. But the middle of it, I think that we're in the middle episodes, is pretty intense.
Yeah, but I feel like it's gonna pick back up.
That's what I'm hoping.
When these little motherfuckers start hatching.
They have started hatching, and it gets more intense after they start hatching.
No, really?
Yeah. There's some.
Are some penguins like, I didn't want to be a mom, and like?
Oh no, not that.
Chucks them into the ocean.
There's just like nothing's safe and nothing is guaranteed, and it is a real. Yeah, I really thought we were watching this incredibly beautiful and only happy things
not
happen.
Just March of the Penguins.
No, not at all.
Wow.
So watch with caution, but it is still hilarious and so fascinating, and it makes me want to go there during the summer when they come into May.
Let's go see some crazy shit. Do you have a favorite, and what's its name?
Well, there's one called Junior, which had to go. He wasn't molting correctly.
Oh no!
Because they have to molt their little
fuzzy feathers
that aren't waterproof, and so he didn't fully molt, and he can't go swimming until he molts, so he can't eat anything. So he was like starving, and they bring him into the penguin sanctuary and so they like help him along with all the other kind of like awkward little things, and they look insane when they're only half fuzzy fur and half regular fur.
Like full mange.
Like crazy, so funny. And then they like, nurse and help like any wounds or anything, because he had a seal bite from his swim into the
Junior has seen some shit,
man. And then they release them into the wild, and it's like the most beautiful, cute, adorable thing ever. So it's great. It's got great moments, but it also has like very real moments that I was not expecting, especially when I'm high just at the end of the night, having done homework, just being like, take my mind off of everything that's too intense.
If there's one thing I've learned about CBD, is that it's not about what you feel, but it's actually about what you don't feel. Stress, anxiety, pain, waking up in the morning and realizing you barely slept. Well, CBD can help with all of that, and especially feels. Feels is a better way to feel better. Feels is a premium CBD that will help keep your head clear and feel your best. It's hassle-free, delivered directly to your door. And CBD naturally helps reduce stress, anxiety, pain, sleeplessness, and there's no hangover addiction. I put a couple little drops of Feels when I'm feeling a little anxious under my tongue or in my drink, and it calms me down without any weird messing me up. You just place a few drops under your tongue, feel the difference within minutes. And the thing to remember about CBD is that finding your right dose is important. Everyone's dose is different, y'all. And that's why Feels offers a free CBD hotline to help guide you through your personal experience so that you can find your perfect dose. The Feels customer service team is dedicated to making sure you get the best use of your CBD. A hotline, I friggin' love it. I might just call them even though I'm not having any problems, just to chat. We'll see. Joining the Feels monthly membership makes your self-care easy. You're going to save money on every order, and you can pause or cancel anytime if you're going out of town, or maybe you weren't feeling anxious and you got a little a backlog. It's super convenient, and they are very kind and easy to deal with. So start feeling better with Feels. Become a member today by going to feels.com/TeamGW, and you're going to get 50% off your first order with free shipping. That's FEALS.com/TeamGW to become a member and get 50% off automatically, taken off your first order with free shipping. Doesn't that feels good? Feels.com/TeamGW.
Okay, look, if you are having a bit of a complicated relationship with your hair, maybe it's not your hair's fault. Maybe it's your hair care routine. So why not try Function of Beauty instead? Function of Beauty is the world leader in customizable beauty, offering precise formulations for your hair's specific needs. Here's how to get started. First, you take a quick but thorough quiz to let them know a little about your hair type and your hair goals. Like, do you want longer hair? Do you want more volume? Do you want oil control? Because your hair changes with the season, you can change your hair goals before every shipment. Next, you choose the color and fragrance, or you can go fragrance and diet. supply-free. Then Function's team determines the perfect blend of ingredients, bottles your formula, and delivers it right to you. Every ingredient in Function of Beauty that they use is vegan and cruelty-free, and they never use sulfates or parabens. And you can also go completely silicone-free. There are over 54 trillion possible formulations, and Function of Beauty has over, for real, 50,000 5-star reviews. And Function of Beauty offers completely personalized formulas for body and skincare as well, so you can customize your entire beauty routine from hair to toe. I actually have some customized Function of Beauty shampoo and conditioner because I have dyed blonde hair, so I get this purple shampoo and this luxurious, deliciously smelling conditioner that I love very, very much. Just as like a nice touch, and also like great gift ideas if you have friends that need some hair help. Never buy off the shelf just to be disappointed ever again. Go to functionofbeauty.com/TMGW to take your quiz and save 20% off your first order. That applies to their full range of customized hair, skin, and body products. Go to functionofbeauty.com/TMGW to let them know we sent you and get 20% off your order. functionofbeauty.com/TMGW.
Well, if you need to get stoned and not have anything too intense.
Yeah.
I was sharing this with Grace before we got on. Chip and I watched the first 3 Fast and Furiouses before he went out of town this last time.
Yeah.
And now he's back, and we are watching the last 5 in 4 days. Before we have tickets to go see F9 or Fast 9 or whatever it's called at 3 p.m. on Friday.
Okay, so that's the deadline.
And it's at like Alamo Draft House, so like we're gonna start drinking midday.
Nice.
Eat some queso.
Yeah.
Like I haven't seen a movie in a theater. Yeah, like besides the one that like Chip rented.
Right.
But like I'm so excited to have
Are you guys gonna dress up?
an experience. I don't know. Should we Vin Diesel it?
I just saw a headline about Vin Diesel addressing the drama, I guess, that happened
With The Rock?
with him and The Rock. Yeah, that The Rock said that there were assholes on set and everyone knew it was Vin Diesel. And then Vin Diesel's now said that like he was in character and trying to be like a hard ass on set. But then The Rock has not been in any of the movies since. So
He got a spinoff.
Did he? Oh, yeah.
He got a
See,
spinoff.
I don't know anything about those worlds.
I think The Rock is in this one. I don't know. Everyone is, including Helen Mirren, who is like Chip's old lady crush. I've talked about this before.
Right. Yeah.
Because when I wore that white bob wig to Dungeons and Dragons, she was like, "You got young Helen Mirren vibes," and I was like, "Oh, am I gonna have to incorporate this bad boy?"
Thank you so much.
But so anyway, we're watching all the Fast and Fury Eye, the Fury Eye, and it's really fun.
Yeah.
And I've started smoking weed again. I got baked last night.
It's pretty fun.
And was just laughing so hard at Vin Diesel's acting, but also legitimately being like, oh my God, are they going to make it? So now we have tonight, we're on Fast 5, which takes place in Brazil. And I've got some mint to make mojitos.
Oh, it's a theme.
We're doing it.
Nice.
So I'll keep you posted, but I highly recommend. It's really nice to watch a movie and go, well, I know the next movie we're watching.
Yeah. I know.
There are very few franchises that have that many movies.
I still have to watch Back to the Future 3. That one's still lingering.
It sucks.
I've heard that it's not. I've heard some people say it's their favorite one and some people say it's the weakest one. Yeah, I've heard
people who
mixed
say
opinions.
it's their favorite one, like they are adults who go to Disneyland once a week.
yeah, it might be. Might be.
It's so corny.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We'll see.
Okay, so you said Taste the Rainbow.
Uh-huh.
Which made me think of this headline I saw.
Yeah.
A British man just broke the world record by stacking M&Ms on top of each other.
Okay.
Guess how many you think was the world record?
Just stacking them
like straight up, like balancing like a Jenga. Like how many M&Ms?
20.
5. I say 5's never been done.
Wait, he stacked just 5?
5 M&Ms on top of each other. Guy, I'm a fucking Guinness World Record.
Hey, so there's someone out there that did 4 that was just like
who's crying
holding
a lot
on to their butts, being like, please don't let anyone know that this is a record that's very easily beatable.
Don't let anyone come for me. Let's see. Guinness record, M&Ms.
That seems nuts.
I know. I looked at it and I go, that's all it takes to get a Guinness World Record?
I mean...
Yeah. So it says, tallest stack
Wow.
Well, it was actually broken in June. The tallest stack of M&Ms has been taken to new heights by Will Cutbill in the UK, who managed to balance 5 of the chocolate sweets.
He looks very intense.
Oh, no. The previous record for 4 was jointly held by a man in Italy and a man in Australia. Look at it's on his Instagram. It's
oh my God.
I feel like I want to now try to.
It does look difficult.
It does look difficult, and I'm sure they have to prove that they don't have any type of
there's no mischief, no sticky glue or something on those things.
Yeah, but condensation. How people are saying keys stick to them.
Oh yeah,
so fucking
that
stupid.
Woman that said the vaccine makes us magnetic.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. All those town halls, they're like keys stick to me. I'm like, you're sweaty, bitch.
But also, did you see that she couldn't get it to stick to her?
I loved it.
Oh, it's so insane.
So I think I might spend a day trying to beat the record.
I think you should if you got some free time.
You know?
Yeah. It doesn't seem, I don't know that there's that much you can practice about it either.
No.
That much prep you can
I wonder if it's a different record for Skittle.
That's what I was going to ask. Or Reese's Pieces.
Wow.
There's all
I wonder if they're all 5.
What about they're peanut M&Ms.
Well, that'd be impossible.
That's crazy.
The curvature on a peanut
Those
M&M.
Are
maybe a peanut butter M&M. They're good and fat.
That's true.
Anyway, so I was like, I guess world records are attainable.
If you guys need stuff to do, look up some records. I saw kind of in line with that. Did you see this about the beach sandcastle sculpting competition in Hampton Beach?
No.
They have this every year. The grand prize is $6,000.
Nice.
Right. And the guy who won is this guy named Abe from, I think he's from Victoria. He's from Canada.
Okay.
And his...
Victoria, Canada.
Yeah. His entry is called Empty.
Oh, wow. Oh, so it's an artistic...
It's an artistic
So it's judged by that.
So it's judged by... I guess it's judged by the public or a committee, and it's incredibly artistic. I thought I was going to get into sandcastles here. It's called Empty, and he described it as, quote, I designed it about 1.5 years ago when I broke up with my wife. Unfortunately, it's a sentiment that still visits me from time to time. The sandcastle is a giant head, a woman's head, with tears crying down the front of it, and the tears run in the sand in front of the head to a pool that has a life-size naked human being in the fetal position in front of it, and then one behind it.
Can I see it?
This is...
Oh, wow. Wow. This person is going through it.
Yeah. And he's making $6,000 off of this.
Well, I hope he puts it towards therapy.
I do too. It's an incredibly impressive sand sculpture.
I'm surprised there hasn't been, at least for a one-off, I don't need to see this a bunch, but how there hasn't been a sandcastle competition show. Has there?
Oh, I don't know. We watched there's that Lego competition show. Right. Lego bricks or whatever.
Yeah, but a short-lived just summer spin-off.
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
And because the host would be like, and one of you will be going home today, and one of you will be going home with 10,000 sand dollars.
Oh. Well, there's one summer program on NBC that had to halt production.
Yeah, slip and slide. We talked about this already on this podcast.
From last week?
I think so. People...
Explosive diarrhea.
Wait, no.
So ultimate slip and slide on NBC.
You and I were talking about how your dad made you an alligator alley out of wood.
Yeah, that would very close to concussing us every time we slid down it. But this is NBC's supposed new hit, Ultimate Slip and Slide, had to pause production because multiple people on set came down with diarrhea.
But were they diarrheaing on the slip and slide, or they just everyone got food poisoning off the slip and slide?
They say up to 40 crew members felt violently ill. The person said that people were collapsing and being forced to run into porta potties due to, quote, awful explosive diarrhea.
Oh, see, I was hoping that the headline would be the slip and slide was so scary, too many contestants were shitting themselves.
Yeah, and it was to clean the whole course off every time.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping.
Money.
Speaking of food poisoning, etc.
Yeah.
Do you know the story about the Titanic, filming, what happened on the set of the Titanic?
The movie? No. What?
There was a night where they were doing an overnight shoot at the Titanic, and it was probably indoor where they have the big pool and whatever. and they had clam chowder for dinner.
That's just the first mistake.
Well, it is a mistake, but there was no food poisoning.
Okay.
Someone dosed it with PCP, and the whole crew started fucking tripping their balls off, including James Cameron.
What?
Yeah. If you Google PCP Titanic shoot, they all ate this soup, and anyone who didn't was fine. But like, I don't even know how many crew members. We'll have to look it up. Like, fully, they had to not shoot anymore because they were all on PCP.
That's wild.
Isn't that crazy? Like James Cameron, Bill Paxton, all of them were like, oh, fuck, we're on drugs.
What a bold thing to decide the clam chowder's getting the drugs.
Yeah.
First of all, and then, first of all, to have clam chowder on set and just have everyone kind of freely eating it is a bold statement. Mm-hmm. But then so someone drugs it, but then also to have the slow realization that you're suddenly tripping in your professional like work environment while you're pretending you're on the Titanic,
which is it said 60 people. 60 people started tripping on it. It says like some people were laughing, some people were crying, some people were throwing up. One minute Bill Paxton, like straight. 1 minute I felt okay. The next minute I felt so goddamn anxious. I wanted to breathe in a paper bag. James Cameron was feeling the same way.
Oh my God.
Isn't that a nightmare?
It just turned into Coachella for everyone.
I'm like, I don't want to see a documentary on the Titanic. I want to see a documentary about that night on the set of Titanic.
That is so wild because then you can't let anyone leave. No. So now you have to chaperone 60 adults who may or may not have experience with hallucinogenics. That's insane.
Crazy.
Yeah, and you
like what?
And then it's also like 60 people that you're like, about half of you are going to start investigating your childhood trauma, and this is going to be so much.
Who did it? Who hated this crew that much?
Wow, yeah, what a thing to do.
Crazy.
And they have no idea who did it.
I don't think they ever figured out who did it.
Jesus,
it's one of my favorite whodunits.
That's wild.
Wait, hold on. This is my favorite part of the whole story. Is that during it, people were like, some people were crazy. Some were in wheelchairs flying down hallways. Everyone was so high. Someone stabbed James Cameron in the face with a pen. What? One of the crew members. And James Cameron says, I was just sitting there bleeding and laughing.
Oh my God.
Yeah. We'll have to read this. There was a conga line. This is a Vanity Fair article.
That is, I haven't heard of that at all. Because that's also wild if you didn't eat the clam chowder.
And then everyone just starts losing their mind and you're like.
But then you get to do whatever you want, pretending that you also are losing your mind with everyone.
I would just be going around getting like blackmail, taking pictures.
That's
Well, this was
I would have to find a blanket.
Phone,
I'd have to find a blanket and just hide from everyone.
Totally.
Well, speaking of adults being weird, so we have
story of our actual lives.
This is like I don't even really want to talk about this, but I'm like,
oh well, let's end the podcast on it then.
Well, I was gonna say. Well, Bennifer is like a thing that we're all
back, baby.
Losing our minds about.
They're back.
And now A-Rod is hanging out with Ben Affleck's ex. Like, rich people are petty.
Rich people
this is like embarrassing
stupid.
to read about.
I think that's probably a rumor or like.
Yeah, I have no idea, but I'm like, all of it feels very surreal and strange to me.
But also, it's like you had J-Lo,
right?
Like it's hard to like make
Madonna and like
it's hard to make J-Lo jealous.
Totally.
You know?
By the way, thank you to the felt like 20 or 30 of you tweeted photos of the capybara bread at you and I.
Yeah. Okay.
Capybara Man.
I love it. There, you guys, you can make capybaras that look like bread.
It's
or
so
bread
cute.
that looks like capybara.
You come out, it's like, I'm more interested in the first scenario.
Not like a suckling capybara on a roasted spit. I was thinking about putting something up on our Patreon that was like the first person to actually make this and send us a pic.
Right?
Like we'll get a prize.
I mean, I kind of want to try it. I'm going to go. I'll be out of town for a little bit, but I'm down to try it when I get back. I haven't tried to make bread at all this whole pandemic.
Me
Why
neither.
I
haven't made any. We've talked about this. A sourdough starter sounds like a Tamagotchi.
It does.
I'm not down. Oh my! I was listening to a song the other day. I was like going through the radio, and I was just so tired of trying to find something that I just put it on Hits 101 or like whatever it is. And I was listening to the song, and it was like one of those lyrics that was just saying stuff about like when we were kids, and it was like, I'm a Tamagotchi. I was like, I hate this song. I hate this song so much. I got to look up like current song that talks about.
It's a song out right now?
Yeah. It wasn't the Olivia Rodrigo or whatever.
See, I have no idea what music is out
People
right now.
go crazy for her.
Sounds like
she has a song called Driver's License that people are like,
yes,
that song makes me so sad.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll find the Tamagotchi song. I won't waste our time. But
guys, as always, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/thismakeitweird.
It is so much fun. We've got bonus podcasts. It's where my book club is.
Yep.
If you want to join Barflies and hang out and live stream and do all that, we are reading Interior Chinatown right now. We'll probably do a live stream in a couple weeks or a month, but it's any level.
Sweet.
They start at $5. We also got Pervs. We got a couple spots on the Pervs, which is a monthly live stream with us, and some gift boxes, and there's just all kinds of stuff. Go check it out.
It's fun. It's good people over there.
And we're going to have tour dates coming
soon.
Maybe next week.
We'll see.
We'll see. Anyway, it's got weird.